President Trump's approval at 48% in Wisconsin and the new Marquette Law School poll. The Wisconsin Supreme Court race, the first major statewide snapshot during the new Trump administration. And now just 23 days until the April 1st election.
With that, let's bring in ABC News Washington Bureau Chief Rick Klein. Hey, Rick, good to see you like always.
Hey, great to be with you.
Let's start with the state Supreme Court race here in Wisconsin. Our debate now just days away. Nationally, is this going to be viewed as a litmus test on the first 100 days of the Trump administration?
No question. This is one of the biggest early tests of where a battleground state's voters stand. And obviously, these are very ideological races. They're technically nonpartisan, but we know what the makeup of the current state Supreme Court is. We know that Elon Musk is interested in it. We know the National Democrats, National Republicans are interested in it. And people want to know where battleground state voters are. And I think looking to this race in Wisconsin just a few short weeks away is going to give us some indications. And of course, have huge implications for people who live in Wisconsin, because there are so many ideological issues that divide almost evenly with the balance of power on the state Supreme Court at stake.
Elon Musk approval rating is very low among Democrats, and we know that groups associated with him are spending a lot of money in the state Supreme Court race. Could Elon Musk have a big impact on what we see here in the Supreme Court race?
Well, the money and the messaging is real, and we're seeing that play across the country. I think Musk is going to want to have a step removed from the actual messaging around these kind of ads, because he is viewed more sharply negatively than Trump himself. He has taken on a much different role than anyone, I think, has seen before. The world's richest man, with also the most powerful social media platform literally at his disposal, now empowered by the president to do almost anything he pleases when it comes to cutting the federal workforce or ending contracts. And to see him play now and exert influence in another way, I think, is another way that this race is a test case, because implicit or sometimes explicit in the messaging that Trump and his allies are bringing right now is, if you're not on board with us, Elon's money is going to boot you out of office in a primary or a general election campaign down the road. So whether and how the influence is felt, I think, is going to be pretty critical here.
ABC News Washington Bureau Chief Rick Klein. Hey, Rick, like always, thank you.
Hey, thank you, guys.
We'll be right back.